So tell me, if you behave this way, is there any place for anger? No. Is there any place for stress? No. Is there any place to be miserable? No. So it's actually serving you. It's something that will create a better life, a greater life for you. Just by making this small change, moving from compulsiveness to consciousness.
What a blessing to be alive. What a blessing to be here.
Hello, my dear, and welcome to this beautiful episode of Aligned and Peaceful. Today we are going to talk about compulsiveness versus consciousness. What is each one? What characteristic does each of them bring to our lives? And we are going to raise our consciousness, and I'm going to invite you to start to see from which way, from which part are you actually living most of your life? Are you living your life from compulsiveness, or are you living your life from a place of consciousness? Why is it important? We are going to address that question as well. What changes when we move from compulsiveness to consciousness? What also is happening within our bodies when we do? What is happening with our internal state of being? What does it really, why should we care about it? Why is it important? Why should you actually invest your energy in understanding this? Let's explore. So, when we are not conscious in our lives, we will very likely be very compulsive. That means instead of respond to whatever life will bring us, situations, conversations, encountering of people, questions, just daily life, most likely you will react out of an impulse, but you will not consciously respond the way you would like to. So it might be that a person triggers something within you, and if you are not conscious, you will be so trapped that you will react in a milli of second. It will just be there, and maybe you will say something that later on you kind of regret, or you will get so angry, so upset, stressed about something. All of this is a very compulsive reaction, not respond. Why is it important? Why does it matter? Because when we live a life, when most of our life is lived from that point, please understand what life experience will you have. You will experience anger, frustration, sadness, stress. So this is how you will feel inside. This compulsiveness, it's just a reaction that is based on your triggers, on some thought patterns that are just in your subconscious mind. Everything that you are not really aware of, you will just act, you will say something. Maybe it will trigger within you a feeling of anger, frustration, will just feel actually miserable. And you will not even be aware that this is because you are trapped in your behavior. Your response is a reaction, and it's compulsive rather than conscious. So because of that, you will have a life experience of feeling miserable. You will not have a great moment. You will still be trapped. You will still be enslaved to that particular situation because you will be so attached to your reaction that you will identify with the reaction so much that it will consume you. So by that, you will have this kind of life experience. This is what you will actually experience. When you ask yourself, do you want that your life is like that? Now you have the choice. Do you want to be that reactive? Do you want to have the experience in your life of being so trapped that something else, whatever is still there inside of you, decides and just takes over your body, your emotional state? It just hijacked you completely. It takes over and then it acts. It behaves through your body, through your voice. It speaks certain sentences or words that you really don't want to speak out, or you don't want to have those kind of emotions. But it is like hijacking you and your body, and it's giving and it's using you and your body to act a certain way and to behave and feel a certain way. Do you want that experience in your life? Do you want to kind of be used and not be truly the one deciding, wait a second, this is my life, I have this short amount of time here. I don't want to spend it like that. I don't want to spend some of my time in reacting this way. I don't want to feel this way anymore. I don't want to think this way anymore. If you don't want, then there is a way out. And it's the movement from compulsiveness to consciousness. Because once you raise your consciousness and you create kind of a distance to everything, and you start to see everything for what it is, you will gain the power of the freedom that you can decide. Now it's up to you how you respond. So you no longer react out of compulsiveness. Now you become the one who is very consciously responding. What does it mean? Now you are aware, okay, this situation is maybe triggering something in me, these are the emotions, maybe they are running, but now out of, you see, these are all my choices how I can respond. And now you consciously choose to respond this way, to behave this way, to act such a way. It is now out of your conscious choice. It becomes a response rather than a reaction, compulsive reaction. So when you move to that state, what do you get? Why should you care about it? It is that this will bring you to the power to create a life that you like, to create an experience, to create certain emotions and thoughts and patterns within you that you like. So you will enjoy that moment. You will be in alignment. You will be at peace with it. You will not have the experience of friction, anger, frustration. You will not. You will be at peace. And this is what you get. A life where you feel peaceful, no matter which situation arises. Because you always can consciously respond. And you respond in a way that you are very conscious. And that in a way that this is the way how you truly want to respond. So what's there to regret? What's there to be frustrated about? What is there to be stressed about? It's just what you want. And this is really how you want to act, how you want to respond. So that's actually fun. This is the thing. So instead of feeling frustrated and angry, suddenly you feel so much joy. Because now you are who you really want to be. Now you are how you want to be. Now you respond how you truly want to respond. There is this deep alignment within you. There is this deep satisfaction and harmony, and it creates so much peace. So by that, because this is what you create, now how does your feels like? It feels great. It feels at ease. It feels amazing. Isn't it what you want? Don't you want a harmonic life, peaceful life, amazing life, great life? You get that just by moving from being compulsive to being conscious, from a compulsive reaction to conscious response. This is the price. You get to be in your power. You get to proactively design it and be you yourself. You will be the way you want truly to be. You will express through your body, through your voice, through your words, exactly what you want to express. So tell me, if you behave this way, is there any place for anger? No. Is there any place for stress? No. Is there any place to be miserable? No. So it's actually serving you. It's something that will create a better life, a greater life for you. Just by making this small change, moving from compulsiveness to consciousness. Just by, before you react, you catch yourself, you take a breath, you create a distance, you breathe through it, and then you ask yourself, okay, something was triggered, something is going on, this is my compulsive reaction, but how would my conscious response look like? And then you switch. You alchemize and you start to live by that, the life that you really want, just like that. And how great this will enhance your life. How much of a greater life, experience, feelings, thoughts you will have. It will be a fantastic contribution, not only for yourself, but for everyone around you. So I invite you today to start to observe yourself. Where are you trapped in compulsive reaction? And how can you transcend that to a conscious response? Really invest your energy into that. Set an intention that this is what you want to create. This is how you want to alchemize. You want to move from A to B. And start to change and start to see the effect on your word and sight, how greater and how more blissful and joyful your life will become. And that I wish for you. So take this beautiful thought and idea into your life, and may it really encourage you to create and have a life that is joyful and blissful and great. So this is an invitation for you to move from compulsive reaction to a conscious response. response. Have a blessed day. Bye bye.
What a blessing to be alive.